If you've ever seen a huge-ass spider on your wall and thrown a shoe at it only to have the motherfucker fall behind your bed still breathing, then something tells me you'd be able to get behind the solution suggested in our next title. In today's humble opinion, we're wiping out the enemy in Planetary Annihilation Titans. Planetary Annihilation Titans is an Uber real-time strategy game, by which I mean both that it was developed and published by Uber Entertainment, and as the definition of the word meaning that it is an outstanding or extreme example of a particular kind of thing. What I don't mean is that it's a real-time strategy about commanding fleets of freelance cabbies around cities to get people to work or appointments on time. Except technically speaking, since I guess you can taxi vehicles of one type across terrain or space by using a vehicle of another type, but I gotta say you're getting really pedantic for a hypothetical viewer that's only in my imagination. Now, I didn't make it very far into a Planetary Annihilation campaign. I only put roughly 2.5 hours in, including the tutorial, but that doesn't mean that I can't talk about the game or why I think that it's the most interesting real-time strategy that I've played up until this point. But I feel like I should let you know just in case you feel that for some reason that renders my opinion invalid. But hey, if it's any consolation, I feel like I've got some pretty good opinions, so let's just agree to take my word on it that my word is good. I'm so trustworthy that I put my own name on my references list and my resume. Just believe me, okay? The main reason I'm so confident that I can give you the thumbs up for this title even after only having personally scratched the surface of a campaign is that the tutorial does an excellent job of explaining the more nuanced aspects of the game as it teaches you. And there's quite a bit of nuance going on here. The objective of the game is pretty straightforward, it's in the title after all. Your goal is to completely wipe your opponent off the face of the galaxy. Not just planet, mind you. Not just solar system. The entire galaxy. So as you might have guessed, things can be a little bit tricky. For example, first off, you're not controlling your units on a flat plane. They're on a planet, and planets, according to what I've learned at school, are round. There are also sometimes more than one planet, and moons, in a solar system, which kind of acts as the game map, and you're going to be going back and forth between them. Now I know what you're thinking. What else could I be watching other than this asshole's review? Hey, eyes over here, Jimbo. You've got the attention span of a walnut, but that's okay because I do too, and that's why I was so worried that this game would be too overwhelming with all of its location-related things. How the heck am I supposed to keep an eye on all of these planets, much less the sides of singular planets? Well, the answer may shock you. God, I'm clickbaiting my own review. Fuck. Alright, so they give you up to 10 camera points for you to place and change at will, anywhere in the solar system on any side of the planet. And the controls are super intuitive. Shift plus a number to place a camera, Alt plus the number to go back to that point at any time. It's fantastic. And not only that, but you have little windows that pop up and show when you finish things that you were working on in the background. It's the quickest that I've ever picked up camera control in the entire genre. I love it. The tutorial also gave me a bit of a taste of the sorts of things that I could expect to do in game, including but not limited to building a giant rocket on the side of a moon and launching the damn thing out of its orbit around the sun and smack dab into the planet that I think my enemy is on. What? How many other games can you do that in? And I know for a fact that that's not the only thing you can do. There was a long introductory segment before I could even start up the game that showed lasers and giant robots at some point, and I'm really looking forward to getting there. I'm really excited about this game, man. Normally you'll spy Planetary Annihilation on Steam for the price of $39.99, and despite the fact that I want to settle down with it, grow old together, and bear its children, I think that's a little bit on the pricey side. I'd go with about $30 myself. But luckily for you, this game goes on sale for as low as $5.99. So I mean, that's really kind of irrelevant. I'll repeat that for you, $5.99. Pick it up if you get the chance. Gameplay for Planetary Annihilation Titans earns a perfect 10 out of 10. I've yet to find any issues with it. The camera controls, which are a huge point of contention in real-time strategies for me, is the most fluid and intuitive that I've ever experienced. There are loads of groupings that just make sense and feel right, so controlling units isn't overly difficult. It's easy to set routes for patrols, it's easy to mark an area for resource gathering. It simply manages to remove all of the tedious feeling of playing a real-time strategy, which lets you focus on the strategy elements of the game. That being said, the game I played didn't seem overly challenging, but I was on normal, which is the easiest setting in the game. There seems to be an element of multiple factions though, and when you combine that with a more difficult AI, a cluttered solar system, and a huge galaxy, I imagine the wars would be tremendous. There's a lot of variety in units and specializations, but it's all pretty straightforward. Even the resources seem to be simplified into two major ones, and unit production can be automated. Value for Planetary Annihilation Titans also scores a 10 out of 10 for being something truly unique. We've had a good handful of turn-based strategies in the past, but not so many real-time strategies. Maybe it's just a harder genre to break into, but this one certainly breaks into it, and it does so well, with the innovative and ambitious concept of a galaxy-sized space war. It's a game that has an approachable level of learning that makes you want to get better at it and offers complexity without front-loading that onto new players. It all seems to fit together so seamlessly. Even if real-time strategies aren't your main source of entertainment, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find something unfun about creating swarms of robots and overpowering your enemy with a Zerg rush. I also think that it goes without saying, but I had nowhere else to talk about it, that the style is beautiful. Making everything 3D and being able to look at everything from different perspectives is a great idea that worked well with this title. With a composite score of 10 out of 10, Planetary Annihilation earns a surprising but not unwarranted A+. If you're down for vadering some planets, this game is up for reveling in your debauchery.